Sit back, let's unpack. It's MMA Shack. Today I'm going to be going over future UFC champions or big UFC prospects that are not in the UFC yet. All these fighters are outside of the UFC. Let's get right into it. For the flyweight division, I got Muhammad Mokaev. He was in the UFC, 7 fight win streak. Unfortunately, got didn't get re-signed. There's some drama on that, but there's so much other drama that's going on with all these other fighters. It made no sense why they cut him. I feel like he was going to be, on the verge of breaking John Jones' youngest champion record. He was also, I didn't think they wanted him as a champion at that time. But he's been doing great off the scene. He's been getting great finishes off the, in Karate Combat and Brave. He just became champion in Brave. So I feel like we're going to be expecting a re-sign, hopefully, by end of 2026. Hopefully in 2026, we'll get a re-sign from Dana White for Mamakaev. I feel like he should just jump for a title shot. He already earned his title shot. He beat Manal Cap, who's next for the title shot. If Manal Cap wins the belt, I feel like they should bring Mokaev back. Mokaev versus Manal Cap. That would be a fun, great fight. Both fighters have aged really well. They've both excelled really well. Manel Cap learned from his loss with Mokaev and been on a tear ever since. His striking got cleaner. He got faster. He looks so much more good. He looks so much more better than when he fought Mokaev. But Mokaev also got better. Mokaev's striking got better. Mokaev's submissions got really good. I'm gonna say this is the biggest flyweight prospect that's not in the UFC. That he was in the UFC, but he's technically not in the UFC. So I feel like this was a no-brainer for everybody. The biggest flyweight prospect right now that's not in the UFC that needs to get back into the UFC and fight for the title. Next, bantamweight Mehdi Beydulev. So there's not much big bantamweight prospects at the moment, but this guy is insane. He's 19-2 so far, and AKA an ACA organization. He's on a tear, winning all his fights, a lot of finishes, and he's doing really well. There's not that many big prospects right now in bantamweight division, but for now he is the biggest. The prospect that has the best chance to do well in the UFC. I don't know if he'll become champion, but he's definitely will do well, excel well. I feel like he should go into PFL next, make a name for himself over there, and then eventually get signed to the UFC. Next, Movlid Khaybuliev, 24-0 PFL. He's insane. I think he fought for the belt recently. He is insane. Really good prospect, great finishes, great performances, dominating all his everyone he comes in contact with, pure domination, undefeated, 24-0. This is the guy as the next featherweight prospect. And I think he'll do extremely well in the UFC. He could potentially even win the belt eventually. And I feel like he beats a lot in all the unranked fighters right now in the UFC. I feel like he beats at least the top 10, like the rank 15 to rank 5, I would say. He beats all of them right now in the UFC. And top 5 will be a lot more difficult. We'll see how he moves from there. I know he has a big fight coming up, so we'll see how he does with that fight. But no brainer. He should definitely be signed to UFC soon. 24-0 in PFL, it's really good to have. Really good to see his performances as well. On to the next. No brainer. Usman Nurmagomedov. This guy, undefeated champion right now. I think he has 4 title defenses. And honestly, second would be like Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes is very good as well. Usman and Paul Hughes easily beats the top 5 in the UFC right now in the lightweight division. Ilya would be the biggest challenge, but right now they could just go through the lightweight division pretty easily. Like they're super underrated. Just because they're in the PFL doesn't mean like they're not good. They're super underrated. Osman, he's a champion right now, undefeated. I feel like he gives Ilya his biggest test. Ilya is not going to fight him. We all know that. Ilya is not going to fight him. Ilya will rather vacate the belt. But I don't think he's going to be. I don't think even Ilya is going to be in the UFC when Osman comes in. I think Osman has 2 fights left and his contract. He's going to fight February 7th and then once more at the end of the year in December, probably of 2026, and then probably make his transition to the UFC right after that. Uh, on to the next. Shamil Musayev. This guy is insane at welterweight. He's beating all the top guys. He's 20-0 in the PFL, and he could be the future champion for the welterweight division in the UFC eventually. He's still extremely young. He has a lot of ways to go, but we'll see how he moves, forward in the other fights. I feel like he has the best chance to do really well coming from the PFL to the UFC in the welterweight class. Yeah, I feel like he has the best chance to go at least to the top five of the UFC welterweight division, even maybe become champion. We'll see later on how he grows, but definitely a really good prospect that's coming on. Next, middleweight, Johnny Eblin. Johnny, insane actually. He's actually really good. He just lost to Costello, but that was I would say he was dominating the entire fight and just got caught by Costello. This is in the PFL. He just got caught. And then, unfortunate for him, he got rear naked choked by Costello and lost. But I won't hold that too much against him. He's a really good prospect. He could do really well in the middleweight division. He just has to work more on his takedown defense a little more and not get caught as much. Just be careful. I don't hold too much against if someone gets caught. It happens. Valentina Shevchenko got caught by Alexa Grasso. There's a lot of champions that get caught sometimes, Usman and Edwards. And so it just happens. People get caught, but he still is a big prospect. Could easily make it to the very end of the middleweight division. Unless Hamzat there, then that's gonna be Hamzat all day. But if Hamzat's not there, he could do really well. Light heavyweight, Corey Anderson. This guy is a beast. He is literally mowing down all the opponents he sees, doing extremely well. I think he just got a big win off recently in the Dubai card and PFL, doing extremely well and huge prospect in the light heavyweight division. UFC light heavyweight division completely dead. It's literally just like 5 guys out of the whole entire division, 6 guys in the whole division that are good. The rest are just there to fill up empty space. I feel like Corey Anderson could easily get to the top of the division, at least be in the top 5 easily in the UFC light heavyweight division. So I feel like this will be a easy task for him to do. I feel like this is a no-brainer signing from the UFC. Light heavyweight's completely dead. Light heavyweight needs more, big prospects. And Corey Anderson is just that. Corey Anderson could actually, win the belt, but it's all up to UFC to sign them. I think this will be a great signee, and he could go far and definitely in the UFC. Next, Nemkov. Vadim Nemkov. Bro, this guy is a beast. He just won his the heavyweight belt right now in the PFL. I think he's gonna fight Francis Ngannou next in the PFL. That's gonna be a huge fight. That's gonna be a big determining factor. If Nemkov could get past Francis Ngannou, he's gonna get 1,000% signed into the UFC. If he could beat Francis, he gets signed. He fights Tom Aspinall or Sierra, whoever. But I feel like Nemkov and Francis Ngannou will fight next year, and then UFC will try to bring Nemkov if he wins. But if Nemkov loses Francis, I feel like he should still come to the UFC. Uh, UFC is definitely desperate for light heavyweight and heavyweight fighters. He's strong, he's good, he's fast, and the heavyweight division is dead. We got Tai Tuivasa in a 5-fight losing streak, still ranked. I don't know how. Nemkov will easily flatline him in 2 seconds. And these are all the prospects I would say for all the prospects that are not in the UFC that will be in the UFC, that should be in the UFC actually, and can be their champion or do extremely well, at least in the top five of their division. And damn, thank you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with any of these picks, if you think anything different, if you think if any of the fighters can't make it to the top or will get, fraud checked. Let me know. Have a good one. Thank you.